Okay, well that's my rendition that I've kind of come up with over the years of What Child of This Is This? What Child Is This? Or Greensleeves is the actual traditional name of the melody. And I'm going to kind of break it down into some workable parts so it makes it a little easier to learn. And basically it's got a handful of chords that the whole song is based on. And once you learn the chords and the chord progression for the verses, then it's just a matter of the melodic embellishments from there, whether hammer-ons on the bass notes or the higher notes or pull-offs or whatever. And that's what adds in the melody and keeps the bass and rhythm going at the same time. So the chords that it's based on are A minor, so in the key of A minor, and C. These are all chords that I'm sure you're familiar with. G, although the G, typically I'm playing with my little finger not on the G note up on the high G as much as on the B string, making it C, D, a D note. So we have the G, and then we have an E minor. We also have an E in there. And we have our old friend, the F chord, that's barred. So you want to make sure you get a nice clear, work on that to get a nice clear F note, F chord. Those are the basic chords. And so I'll just kind of strum them out to give you a feel of the song, and I can hum along. There's that G with the not playing the high G, but the D note. That gives the right melody note there. Then we move down to the E minor. Back to the A minor. That's the chord progression for the verse. And of course I had this little introduction thing going on here too. You don't need to do that right away, but if you're interested, it's pretty simple actually. It starts with the A minor chord, so we'll just try that once here. And then I'm sliding up to the up 2 frets, almost A minor fingering, but I take off the middle finger. And then the next one's going up to the 5th fret, sliding up like that, so it sounds like this. And I'm just playing those 2 strings. And here I go up to the 10th fret and play sort of a D shape. Actually I'm doing it with different fingers though, so I'm going and I slide up right up to here, same 2 strings, and then I add in the little finger here for the D shape. Now if that's too hard to do, you can also do it like, just do your D that you would do down here, but do it up on the 10th fret and 1 string in, so it's right there, and then just playing those 4 strings, the A and the other 3 strings here. So it sounds like this. And then we go right to the song. I get that note that by just taking my pointer finger, which is playing the C note on the B string, and I tilt it so it's like I would do an F. And I go to my G with the finger on the D. And there's your B that you need for the melody. And as I'm doing that, I go down to the F sharp, which gives the melody coming down and also the bass line coming down. But you don't need to add that in yet. You can just kind of get a feel for just work on the melody. There's the E minor, and you're playing the G string. And then you need that next note. So that's just a little finger on the... Then we go back to the A minor. And then the F. I'm just doing the F note and the third string. And then to get that, keep that melody going, I take off my... I've got to take off my bar, and I've got to take off my second finger to get that note. And then I go down to the E. And I get that part of the melody just by playing the E chord. I don't have to change my fingers at all, it's just which strings that I'm playing here. It's got the B string. Just taking the bar off to get those in that part of the melody. There's the F chord. Take the bar off, and I get my B note, and then go down to the E. And then I got to do a reach here to get this note here on the D string on the 4th fret, and then back to the A minor. That's the verse. So, you know, work on that. And of course, as you get more comfortable with that, with doing the chord progression and also adding in some of the walk-ups or downs for the melody, you can always add in more. So it starts sounding more complex. But in the beginning, the first verse or two, you don't want to make it sound too complex. You want to leave room to build as the song is going. Especially in instrumental pieces, so that you have some room to go in. Like you might have noticed on the introduction when I did the song, that I started doing a more of a so you get a little more complex, just for a little more interesting, especially where you're not singing words and things, so you want to save some of that. So you kind of start out a little more simple and kind of build a little more complexities as you go. So there's always kind of somewhere to go in the song. So here's put that whole line, that whole first verse together then. I'll start at the very beginning.